our active school, go ahead and still invite those that may able to join us, even if it's for 5 minutes, or to get a glimpse of the atmosphere, the energy, but more so the information that's going to be shared with everyone today at the active schools. So I want to welcome everyone again. David and Angie do send their regards. Angie is competing right now on her horse. So as much as she works, I think she deserves a time off to release some of her energy, and being the athlete that she is, very well deserved. And we look forward to seeing what she can do from her competition standpoint. But David also sends his love, as well as Ryan Thompson. So Dale and myself will be hosting this call today, and we actually have 4 presentations lined up for everyone today. We have Claudia joining us today, and she will be actually our first speaker, and then she'll be followed by Coco, or Maria Gonzalez will be our second, and then we actually have the number 3-4 batter double team with Julie and Sherry. They'll be teaching us and letting us know what they are into, and then the way they're building their business. And we'll round up things with a video recording from our advisory board member, Dr. Brett Earl. So there's a lot of people that are going to be presenting today, but the information that's going to be shared is unlike any other that we have so far. So we hope that everyone, as Dale pointed out, get a notebook, a pen, get ready to take notes, because all these things and information that's going to be shared, the tools that's going to be shared, can only help your business. I like to play sports. I like to teach football and golf. I'm actually here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Bunch of Hawaii kids we brought down for the UNLV camp, but there's all the Pac-12 coaches. There's about 12 schools represented today. And I told them, go ahead and learn, because what we teach, our techniques at the high school level, might be different from another high school or what colleges teach. But nonetheless, you learn different things, because when the situation presents itself, the things that you learn may be applicable or not at that time. So as today, from our 4 speakers, there'll be information that you may not have heard before, or that may be interesting and new. So go ahead and use that as you build your business for when the situation arises. It can only help you be better, be a more effective leader, effective trainer, and also a better educator. So that's what the schools is about, a detailed dive into this business, more so into the active business. So with that being said, I will turn the time over to Dale, who'll be introducing our first speaker.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Stu. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Our first speaker. Okay, we're going to jump into this. Miss Claudia. She and her husband, Javier, are entrepreneurs, and they're part owners in a construction company. Claudia entered network marketing 8 years ago for the first time, and she learned the ropes and went from a student in the industry to a teacher. Her monthly commissions are made up of product sales from at least 4 countries, if not more. She's a mom, originally from northern Mexico of Torreon. Her father played professional baseball, which means she and her family are huge into baseball. She now lives in Elk Grove, Sacramento, California. Ladies and gents, here's Claudia Valdez.
Woo, thank you, Dale. I love it. I love how you introduced me. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you guys. I'm so excited to see all the faces I'm seeing right now. And I'm so excited to share what I have for you, because I put it all together with a lot of love and a lot of nuggets that I've been bringing from a lot of trainings that I have with Eric Ward, with Tony Robbins, with people that I work in here, in ACTIVZ, with corporate, with everybody. So this is just full of contents of other ones that they taught me before. So it's nothing that you haven't heard. We're just gonna reboot our business. So let me share with you my presentation right here. Hold on, stop. Second. This one right here. Okay, can you see my screen? Yes, okay, fantastic. So let's go right here. Reboot your business. That's what I have for you today. And I'm so excited and so happy because this is what I'm doing right now too. This is for people that they've been in the business for over a year or 6 months or 3 months or 7 months or 4 years, just like me. And we want to reboot our business because we feel like something is not quite in where they want to be. So take notes and let's start it. First thing we need to make sure is what is the vehicle to develop the business. The vehicle to develop our business is the system, and the system is already right there for us. And we cannot skip any step because it's just like when you do a cake, for example. If you take one of the ingredients, that's not going to come out really well, right? So it's exactly the same for here. You have four steps that you have to follow, okay, which is the invitation, and right there is when before that you do the database, okay, database of everything, and make sure you have it in front of you with your notes and anything that you have it right there. You have to go back to the people that you haven't do follow up, okay, but you know they were interested and they kind of like wanted to do this. And at the same time, we're gonna go a little bit to social media, but we're gonna leave it for some of the presentation that I have here. But invitation is very important. Right now you say, I don't have anybody. Oh my God, my list is over. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We need to do things out of our comfort zone, okay? We need to do things that is not in our regular dates or every day, right? That we do. Not, it has to be something crazy, something out of your comfort zone. Like right now, like for me, out of my comfort zone will, because I have so many things in my house to do with my family. I do all my business through social media, through my phone into the computer. For me, out of my comfort zone will be things that others do, right? To go out to the field and find people out there. For me, that's out of my comfort zone because normally I'm right here looking into people into the social media. Okay, so what is your comfort zone? You have to look, what is your comfort zone? What is it that you need to do different that is gonna give a different results for doing end of the month? Another thing, make sure that at least you're doing 30 presentations a month, okay? The three calls a day is very important, at least that's very important. And follow up and present, follow up, and then enroll. After you enroll, it's another step that we need to make sure, like for example, right now, make sure that we do it. Because when we enroll, we think, oh, that's it, we're done. He's already in the business and I'm happy. No, when we enroll somebody, we need to make sure we're duplicating and we are training at the same time. Okay, we're duplicating and helping the person to duplicate and train that person for him or her to be the next leader in the company, the next leader in the industry. That's we need to make sure of that. Another things that we need to know is what you should know and do. One thing, you need to have your app from ACTIVZ in your phone, because that's one tool that is going to give you an open door to everyone, because it has a personal message from yourself, and that's very important. I remember when after my testimony of losing weight, people keep asking me, oh, send me videos. I don't speak very well English and I cannot explain everything in the business, but guess what? In the app, we have a lot of tools that we can send in English or in Spanish or in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, but right there we can have everything, right? So you just send it to people. You just have to put your hello or hola, however language you say, that anybody will know what you're talking about. And then the rest, you can go to Google and go to translation and do your magic right there. Okay, and just a little message, short message, and then the rest is the link from the video that you wanted to send, personalized with your name and your own link from your page from ACTIVZ. That's very important too. Another thing, read the success guide. Right now, we have a tool in our back office. If you go to resources, right there, you're gonna find the success guide, and guess what? You're gonna have all the basics. Everything is right there, guided by our leaders. So right there, you're gonna see our leaders that are already in the ranks of A16, A12, A13, A14. So right there, you're gonna go to Success Guide and read it again. And what step are you missing? What is missing that you're not having the results that you want? Other thing, read the book Go Pro from Eric Ward. That's very practical book that you can read, easy reader, right? You just read and you just follow instructions, what he give you. And then from there, you're gonna have different results. Stay connected. This is our connection time. This is where we see each other like, hey, that's you. Oh, how are you, Julia? How are you, Victor? And we start saying hello to everybody. And guess what? With that, we create a sense of tribe, a sense of community. And that's what we wanted to invite people. You need to invite, you and me, we need to invite people that come to a place where it's fun, where it's full of energy, where it's full of people that wanted to change their lives, that wanted to change their lifestyle. And that's what we're looking for, okay? So that's very important, stay connected. Another we have, I don't know, okay. We have a different place that we're gonna talk about that you can stay connected to, and you can invite people to stay connected, and plus you can get educated. That's a very key. You get connected, you get educated, and then you can speak better and have a better posture for you sharing your business. Then another one is when you are rebooting your business, you need to see at least another 10 business success stories. And at the same time, business health testimonials. Very important for you to, okay, oh, I got it. Oh no, I know Claudia go to A11. Oh wow, how did she do it? Stay connected, or call her, or invite her to stay one-on-one with you, or with people that go to A6, people to go to inspire you. You can call them. You guys can call us. We are a one team. That's one of the beautiful things in here. We can help each other. I remember Julia called me because she has somebody in Spanish. I did not say, no, Julia, you know what? You're not from my team. I cannot help you. No, I say, absolutely, I'm here. Even Griselda also helped her, I believe so. So we all helping each other to reboot our business and to grow our business too, okay? Work hand in hand with your sponsor. That I have to say, yes and no. You work hand in hand with your sponsor and a leader, but you want to be independent. So you want to be independent as soon as possible. So when you get to the company, yes, work with your sponsor, yes, work with your leader, but learning from them. Listen what they're saying, listen what they're talking about, listen what they're doing. And that you're gonna write it down. I remember when I started this business, Tricia was one of my mentors, okay, in a different company, and other persons too. And I was writing every single thing that she was saying over and over and over. I see it in the conventions. I see it many times in conventions for 5 years, and I keep writing notes of what she's saying, just key words that she was saying. It would be my aha moment, like, oh my God, I don't have it. You know, like the little cards that you collect. Same thing with your notes, collect your notes. That's one thing that you can do. Make your monthly auto ship. That's very important. If you wanted to build a huge business, it needs to start with us. You cannot ask somebody to do an auto ship of 200 points if you don't do it yourself. Okay, so first person that is going to start is you. If you want to ask something, you need to start doing it. Okay, that's very important. Now take advantage of the ACTIVZ Quick Start Plan and Earnings. Okay, this is very important because we have 2 steps that when somebody joins your business, that's the first 2 steps that you tell them. This is your first step. People, when they come to this kind of industry, like I remember, I was thinking as an employee. I was not thinking as a business owner. I was thinking as an employee, and I was waiting for somebody to tell me what to do. And when somebody tell me what to do, then oh, okay, then I do go and do it, because our minds is programmed for that. Since we were little, people tell us what to do. Sit down, don't go out, ask for permission and all of that. And I am very obedient person. So when I jump in here, then I say, oh, okay, then I know what to do. Okay, so it's very important you tell your business partner what they're going to do when they come into the business. First thing, enroll your first partner or preferred customer in the first 30 days and earn 50 electronic wallet points to exchange them for Genomics. What is that, Claudia? I don't get it. I didn't know that that's gonna happen. Yes, when our business partners join, you need to tell them, you have 30 days to have your first free 50 points, and they're gonna give you one of the products that we have, especially like for right now, for example, 1 point in ACTIVZ. Like, hold on, this thing is not working. Yeah, $1 in ACTIVZ is 1 point. Okay, if you didn't know, $1 in ACTIVZ is 1 point. 1 point, right? 1 point. Things is that thing is working this. Okay, 50 points in ACTIVZ, like it says right here. 50 points will give you a redeemable. Yes, it's the right word in English, redeemable, to 1 Genomics, for example. Okay, so imagine when you say, we need to make sure that you earn your Genomics. We need to make sure that you get your 50 points, your free 50 points that ACTIVZ gave you. That's one of the things that you need to make sure your people know about it. That's your first step. Second step, the Club 500. That's a really key for us, because I remember, I think Trisha showed me a formula. When you have 10, this is long time ago. When you have 10, from those 10, you're gonna have 2 to 3 business partners, and you train those 2 to 3 business partners, and you go find another 10 and things like that, right? So the Club 500, Club 500, the Club 500 is for us to actually go find those 10 people, and from those 10 people is gonna come 1 leader. 1, 2, or 3 leaders, okay? And from there, you're gonna start right the base of your business. That's very important. Another thing, once they earn that, guess what? They're gonna have money in their pockets. When people have money in their pockets, they're happy. When people see money, that they're making money out of an investment, they say, oh, this actually works. Let's make a little more of that. I remember Christina used to say, I used to make this amount of money, and they say, oh, if I do a lot of more work of this, then I may have more money. And that's how she started her business, right? So I like that. Then if we tell our business partner, you go enroll 10 members, okay, with 200 points, and for that you have 90 days to do it. 90 days is a lot of time. You can help them build their 10 people in the first 90 days of their business, right? So that's our, and then you tell them, and you're gonna earn 1 iPad or $500, and that's what you tell them, and they're gonna say, oh wow, yeah, I wanted to do it. In Latinos, they actually blowing things bonus. That's one of the things. Hey, how are you? That's one of the things that is key for our business in Latino. So right here with us, we need to make our hours. We need to make it part of our business. So these 2 key points, we need to make sure that we tell our business partners to join to do it. And as if you do that, you're gonna have a lot new people. So let's start it with a little bit of other things that I have prepared for you. I wanted to, what do you see here? I don't see a clear image, right? You're gonna say, Claudia, what is that? I don't see it really clear. Well, that's exactly what I wanted to see right now. Pay attention to this, because this is very important, and this is the key for you to start your business. Oh my God, I lost to keep track of the time. So right now I have to tell you, vision. Vision is the start of the roadmap that will determine where he or she wants to go with their entrepreneurial efforts. A vision statement is the picture you have for what the venture will become in the future and what it will grow into. So I want you to see what happened when we have a clear vision. When we have a clear vision, we create a vision beyond the moment. No matter how tough the moment is, the people who are successful see something that no one else sees. and that take advantage of it. Design a vision of what it could be and create a complaining future, something that people can look forward to. Make it the way to see it. Come up with a strategy and make a consistent effort for make things the way you see it. Find a way, no matter what anyone says can be done. Adapt, change, and add value and get flexible. This said by Tony Robbins. And this is very important for us in our business. If we don't have a clear vision, we don't know where we're going. If we don't have a clear vision, we're not going to have the results that we want. If you have that clear vision, I remember Christina, since we started, she's like, I know what I'm going to wear when I cross the stage, when I'm in that moment, it was a different rank. It was a top 10 or something like that. Right now it's an A16, but she has a clear vision. And I remember really, really well. And I know what song I'm going to play. And I know that she has a clear vision. If the outcome will change for a reason, X reason that you don't know, that's different. But your mind is clear of the vision that you want. And at that moment, I was just like, this girl is crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. But with the years, more and more, it makes sense to me. Yes, if we don't have a clear vision, how can we gonna get where we want? And when you have a clear vision, the doors start open. It starts open. Believe me, it is true. It's just something beautiful. It's a blessing that creators give us. And that's what I've been seeing more and more when I believe these with all my heart and all my entire energy that I have. So something practical that you need to see. For example, choose the rank that you wanted to get. For example, right here, I put an A4. If you are in the beginning of the month or right now in the middle of the month, you need to make sure that you count your days or you count your weeks that you have to reach the goal that you want. Right now, we have A4 is 5,000 points. Okay, we need to make sure that we have that. 5,000 points divided into packages of 200, there will be 25 packages. Okay, so in the month of June, I have to sell 25 packages in my organization for me to have what I wanted to get, A4. So what I'm going to do, I can divide, and plus they give us a promotion. So this is a beautiful package that you can promote. Stay with something that it's attract your energy and everything. Okay, for me right now is idol. Idol is one of the things that attract my energy because I have results with it, right? So connect with that and give that to others. Give your energy to others. Give what is it about this product that you love. So in this set, then you divided those 25 packages in weeks. For example, in the beginning of the month, you divided in 4 weeks, right? And then you say, okay, each week I need to make sure that 6 packages come into my system. That way I can rank advance and get to the results that I want. And if you don't want to do it like that, you don't want to do it by yourself because it's too much of work, right? Then you invite one person, your first week, you bring new customer, or you have a business partners that wanted to do it with you. Okay, then you say, look, this is what we need to do. You and me need to make sure that in your business will come 6 packages into your organization. And we need to make sure we have that. And if you do that with him or with her, she's gonna get to A2, right? She's gonna get to A2, and you do the same thing the next week and the next week and the next week. And by the end, you're gonna have 4 people rank advance to A2, and you're gonna rank advance to what? To A4, right? And that you're gonna have a strategy for the rest of the month. And you're gonna keep looking forward to that with a clear vision where you're going. That's step by step, okay? Another one, if the number doesn't scare you, the number isn't big enough, said by Eddie Ward. It's very important that if the number 25 packages, you say, oh, that's not too many, 6 a week, piece of cake, I got it. Then double that and challenge yourself. Okay, he says double that times 2. He said double that times 2. So if it was 25 times 2, if so that would be 50, and it will take you a higher rank. Okay, another point is very important. I'm going to go faster because I know I have another people join. Personal hire business partners. Personally hire business partners. It's very important that you go and show yourself out there. Find for business partners. It's okay that we in love of our products, but you go out there and show the business, because the customers will come anyway, because you're gonna be so excited that they're at least gonna say, let me try it for a week, and then we go for the business, right? So go for business partners that actually they wanted to see the clear vision that you have and you share it with them. Help each business partner to recruit other people and to get to their own rank advance that they wanted. Okay, think about who you can inspire and who you can coach. Is very important. If you have already a company with a couple of business partners, then find somebody that wanted to work with you. Find somebody that wanted to reach goals with you. All right, and then commit to your goal. I'm going to go a little bit faster because I see Dell already. Like, come on, Claudia. Okay, commit to your goal, be consistent, be very consistent every day, day by day. You have to be consistent over and over and over. You must have courage. You have to cross any fear that you have in your mind. It's not true. As soon as you cross it, it's gonna be faster for you to get to your goal. Push to your fears. That's the same thing that I'm telling you. And with certainty, you must go for where you wanted to go. Okay. One thing that I want you to do, design a game plan to make your goal come true. It's very important that you go to social media. Go to social media, because right there you have millions of people connected to their phones and connected to their computer, and probably they're looking for something. One thing that I have to teach you right now really quick, pay attention for this, because this is going to be really quick because the time is clicking. TikTok, TikTok. I know, Dale. I know. So you go to Facebook, and right there in Facebook, you're going to go to stories. We're going to share stories. Okay. The stories is very important because people go to there really fast and they go click, 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 and they will see something they wanted to see. As you see right there is my testimony. If you want to share an addition to that, because I'm all into Aero, right? Then you go to stories, right there in the plus sign, you click it, and then you click the picture that you want, and you click the picture that you want, you put it in the stories. And if you want to put decorations and be creative and be unique, then you click it right there in stickers. And after stickers, you go, I'm going to use a different picture too. I'm going to use 2 pictures. Then you go to GIFs, right? And right there in GIFs is going to give you another sticker that I'm going to place it in my story. Then after that, I'm going to add a picture, another picture with my other picture. Then I'm going to pick the other picture that I want, and then I'm going to put it together. And with the fingers, I can do a big and a small and however I want it, and then I can move it forward, right? And right there, you're going to go to stickers if you want a different stickers, and you complete your creation. You can place right here in stickers and search. You can test. I mean, you can write whatever you want. I put test to find me the right stickers that I want. I put super promo to find the stickers that I want. I use the one in the middle right there. And then after that, guess what happened? I have my whole creation right there. And all I have to do is share story. Share story. That's all you have to do. It's really quick. It's really fast. And Instagram, same thing. Same thing in Instagram. You go to stories right there in that plus sign. After that, you pick the picture that you want. After you pick the picture that you want, you do what? You do stickers. If you want creations, right there, I put a sticker, and then you share it. In WhatsApp is very important. Another WhatsApp we have right here is stories. Okay, you go to stories where you have the groups. After your stories, you go to the plus sign. After the plus sign, you share it, and that's it. Okay, get ready for the necessary tools. Browse your virtual office. It's very important that you check that. Go for the products available that you have because you're rebooting your business. So you make sure what products do you have, how many points that you have in your back office. That way you can share with other people and you can use it as sharing with people, your points that you accumulate. Schedule daily Zoom meetings for new prospects. Have samples ready also. Make sure you schedule 3-way calls with the people that you're gonna use to help you to reboot your business. Tips really fast. We're almost done. Okay, tips really fast. Be coachable and throw away the ego. Very important. Personalize, but don't reinvent the wheel. It's very important. Influence others with love, with positive thoughts, with positive energy. Influence others to do what you wanted to do, but being positive and being into the right direction. Inspire. When you go to where you want it to be, people gonna follow. When you go where you want it to be, people will follow, and that's very important. Duplicate. Other one is, before going to bed, set activity goal to the next day. Another one will be willing to do what your mentors tell you, even if it sounds silly. Very important too. Find people who do what you want to put into the action so that they have the result they seek. Recruit and connect with new people every day. And this one is very important. These two last one. Join groups in Facebook where your prospect is. Where your prospect is, the personality that you're looking for, the energy, that visionary people that you want, the entrepreneurs, very important. Be the best version of yourself every day. No matter what happened yesterday, do better today. And for the last one, imagine your plan is all done. Imagine that your team rank advanced. Imagine your team earn extra money. Imagine that your team becomes financially free. Pray for your team. Pray for everything that you wanted to happen in your business. Okay. And this is the last one that I love from Tony Robbins. Breakthrough is the moment when frustration, struggling, fear, worry, or anxiety disappear. It's a moment of insight, recognition about who you are, and the realization that you are more than the moment. It's a radical, massive improvement in the quality of your life. And as a result, all those you have the privilege to touch. Tony Robbins. Thank you very much. And it was a pleasure for me to be here with you. Love you and have a wonderful weekend.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Claudia. Give her some love. Thanks so much for showing your support. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to toss it back over to Stu to introduce our next speaker.
Thank you so much, Claudia, Dale. Great presentation. So we will now have a presentation by our one and only Maria Gonzalez. A lot of you know her, family, friends, and those on this call by Coco. She was born and raised in Mexico, but she currently resides in Arizona now. She's the mother of 3 beautiful young adults. And as everyone knows, she's a very fitness enthusiastic person. We see her joining our calls while she's teaching her cycling class. She's been doing that for 11 years now. Her passion is in nature, and she also has a background in pharmaceutical, and she's a life coach. So she's doing her longest and hardest marathon right now, running and training and working, and that is to get to the A16 rank. So with that being said, Coco, the floor is all yours.
Thank you very much, Stu. Very beautiful presentation, Claudia. All right, so let me start. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I make something. How can I? Are you guys watching my presentation? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let me make it full.
Go ahead and press play up there on the top.
Play. I cannot see that.
To the left, Coco. It's right in the middle.
Right there.
Left, go left.
Keep going left, yep. Keep going
Right
back there.
Right there.
No, you were there. Go back to the right.
You
There.
passed it. There.
Oh yeah,
Play.
that's because the thing doesn't allow me to move it. Oh, hold on.
No, Coco, when you click right there. Now
Yeah.
it's gonna go.
Yeah.
It's good right there, Coco. Perfect.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, so my topic was to creating a daily plan of action that Claudia also put some basis in my presentation. That means that we are working together and everything is created for a reason. So, okay, hold on, somebody wants to come in. I don't know, who is it? All right, so before go to that, we're going to go to that. Let's go talk about some essentials that we need to understand before we are gonna make or create a daily plan of action. Doesn't want to go forward. Yeah, okay, first is making it happen. What does that mean? That means the mentality that you can achieve something, challenge or taking action. What is something you keep saying and you are gonna do and just don't have it doing it? Like for example, running a marathon, you say you are going, a race or 5K or 3K, and you say, well, I'm gonna prepare, and you just don't do it. You don't get up, you don't take the commitment, you are not consistent, so you just don't do it. Lose weight, or, you know, pick up the phone and you're gonna say, tomorrow, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna make that call and I'm gonna contact 5 new prospects, and you never do it. I want to be A16, I want to be A6, and say, well, that didn't happen. So you just stop doing things. So the motivation without technique or commitment can lead us to failure. The world is full of creative people, but some lack of determination, or people who are enthusiastic and they are not getting results. And this is very true. I mean, I have people in my team, or I know a lot of people that they're very motivated, or even in the gym, you know, they want to go to the class, they want to lose weight, but they are not consistent. I mean, they had the motivation, but they don't go to the gym. They just go once a month, and then they feel that they don't want the results that they want to see. Also, we see a lot of people that are very enthusiastic, like, okay, I am going to enjoy it, I want to do ACTIVZ, but they never show up to the meetings, they never go to the trainings, they never get up at 7 in the morning like Trisha and the team wake up, and they just don't do it. I mean, they look that are enthusiastic, but they are not committed. And something very important, how we know that we are going to get results. The final results are determined by the actions you take, not just the good intentions. Okay, here is when I'm struggling to move the next page. Hold on. I'm not able to move it to the next page, guys. Let me see.
Coco, try the space bar, try the down arrow. Sometimes going back and forth between them will help unlock it.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes just clicking on your mouse will do it too.
It's the mouse is not want to work. I don't know why.
Also, if you get out of the full screen, you can just share it by clicking that.
Yeah. Well, something happened, doesn't want to. Oh, well, now I went too far. Yay.
There you go.
Gee. Usually, yes. Okay, for a new person that wants to join the company, your first 30 days with ACTIVZ are crucial. Claudia mentioned to that. So first, congratulations, you just made a great decision to be part of the ACTIVZ family. Now, let's go be the best professional network marketing, because to enjoy ACTIVZ is a career also, you know, like being a pharmaceutical, being a personal trainer, all that requires to be a professional. So network marketing is not that exception at all. First of all, step one, why you want to see, how do you see ACTIVZ, why you are doing it, and then go share that why. That why, guys, is going to be essential. Claudia mentioned it because it's the base of your dream, it's the base of everything that you are going to do. Is going to be the why that motivate you every day to make a daily plan. So that why is essential, and you need to be very clear. You need to write it down. And then, you know, we go through the steps that Claudia mentioned. Download the ACTIVZ app, navigate your virtual office, study the ACTIVZ guide and compensation plan. Make sure that you get added to all the testimonials, groups, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, all that. Download the Soon app. And number 7, add with a sense of urgency in those first 30 days and every day. I do it all the time, not just on ACTIVZ. All the time, I use this tool, sense of urgency. Don't let things for the next day, for the next 2 hours. If you say you're gonna do something in that moment or the next day, just do it. Don't let that happen. The next 30 days, be focused and ACTIVZ. Is you decide to do the ACTIVZ business and then commit very fully to that, right? Be the example. People follow their business partners. You think we do what you do. Is you wake up at 7 in the morning, they wake up. So they are watching you, even your family, your husband, your children, they are watching you, what you do. So you always, you're gonna be the example of everybody. Oh, why I get stuck in here? All right. Did you know that 98% of the population dream, but they don't make what they want really to be happen? Only 2% actually achieve those dreams. And I tell you something, here with ACTIVZ, we can have the chance to belong to that 2%. And I put the Michael Jordan because everybody knows him, but we have so many athletes, speakers. We know a lot of people that they go through that process, no? And some of the quote of Michael, I like it, that is some people want it to happen, some wish it to will happen, and others make it happen. And then something very clear here, us, we are the first person that we need very careful with what we say to us, because is we tell ourselves, I cannot do it, I cannot make it, we are not gonna do it and we are not gonna make it. And then I told you, had a very clear why. Do you see the nail on the top, all cranky? You think that is gonna support any frame or is gonna support your life? Of course not. So we need to have a strong foundation in our why, because that's what is gonna support our life. It's how it's gonna support our going for us to go to A16. And that means is that motivation needs to be your family? Okay, put in your vision board your family. The motivation is money because you want to travel, you want to help others, you want to live a comfortable life when you are 80. But okay, put that in your vision board. Is you want to help others? Okay, put that in your vision board. You want to travel, put it in your vision board. You want to get health, put it in your vision board. You want to go to A16, put it in your vision board, but the why is going to be the strong nail that is going to support that. And then you need to carry that vision board in a card and put it in your pocket. So all the time when you reach the pocket in your pants, on your purse, that vision board or that card is going to remind you why, okay? Very clear in your why. Now, we had enemies that they don't allow us to make our goals or our daily plans. The number one is ourself. We listen to the little voices in our head that creates doubt. We are the first one that we judge ourselves. We criticize ourselves very hard, and that doesn't allow us to make the call. We get scared. That I don't think so. That people is not gonna enjoy it. Or maybe she's not gonna like me anymore, he or she. So we need to be very clear and don't listen that little dots that are coming in our head, because that blockade us for having success. How we go out from that? Grow, personal growth, listen to tapes, go to trainings, talk to your leaders. So that personal growth is very essential, because that's gonna help us for not being listened the bad or the negativity that comes in through our heads. Second, other people's, if they think your idea or product is silly and you listen to them, well, that is very obviously that you're not gonna go and do ACTIVZ the next day, because they're gonna say the product doesn't work. Why you listening to that? Is network marketing. So, but if you had a very strong nail and who you are and why you are doing it, you are not going to listen to negativity of people. Surrender yourself around positive people that is going to push you to go to the top. And number 3, procrastination. Leaving the work for another day could deter you from meeting your goals. And listen, what is procrastination? The definition: the action of ruining your life for no apparent reason. That's so silly. I mean, the action of ruining your life for no apparent reason. And then has a very interesting cycle. Start with false security. All right. So I'm not sure if this is the right company. I'm not sure if the products really works. Maybe I'm not gonna do it. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. So that's one. Laziness. It's too hard. I was thinking it's gonna be so easy. I called 5, 10 people and 20 told me no, and only one person say yes. I'm not gonna get up today at 7 with Trish. It's too early, and plus I'm not having results, so I'm not gonna get up. Excuses. My cat needs love. My kids, I need to cook. So those are excuses. Denial. That's very interesting, this part of denial, because a lot of people say, well, I don't need to wake up and be in the call. I don't need to do the training. I don't need to follow the plan. I don't need to do what my leader is doing. So that's a denial. But if we don't duplicate what the leaders are doing, we are not gonna make it. And then crisis, no, some people has emotional crisis, and it's maybe they need to take link to balance that, I don't know. And then there is a cycle that is gonna repeat, and at the end we had a big bunch of lists that we need to do, and we never finish. So now I'm gonna mention why it's so important to leverage a team, and why you're gonna need it when you are creating your daily plan, because you are not gonna make it by yourself. We born to be collaborating with others. Okay, I'm gonna example. An average of people, one person has 4 hours free a day. You can count in like a nap, lunch, driving from one place to another place. All of us, we had minimum 4 hours free in the day. Is we use those 4 hours to find or work 400% active and find 5 people's, those 4 hours, they're gonna duplicate in 20 hours in one day. And then is those 5 people's find 25 people's, that work is duplicate in 100 hours. And then is those 25 people's find other 5 people or 4 people's working in active, those 4 hours, you're gonna create and a team 500 hours. And then what happened when you had the big things, 625 people equals 2005 hours in one day. The average person works 2,500 hours in 1 year. Can you imagine? With determination, you think could put in that much time in one date, and then you're working 48 hours constantly, right? So anything is possible when you had a path, a plan, and a desire to take action. We all know that quote. So let's go to a plan. How we make a plan? Plan is a habit. To make a plan is a commitment. Create constant habit. If you can be consistent, then you will see the results. And also something very important here, you need to be flexible. If the plan is not yielding results, change the technique and do not be afraid for us to devise. And here is something very good, like when you are very patient and flexible, when you are creating that plan, it's like imagine when you put a little seed and then you water it in every day, and you're gonna see that little plant growing in a week and 2 weeks, and very soon you have a beautiful, strong plant. That's not the difference doing ACTIVZ. So those little constant habits every day, those little actions that you do every day, those little seeds that you are going to be planting every day doing the business is going to take it to the result. I remember something that the Ryan say at the beginning of December. Everything that you do the next, in November, excuse me, everything that you do the next 2 months is gonna lead you the base and support for the complete next year. And I remember like, oh my God, I was working so hard that December because in my head was having what Ryan say, like, okay, whatever you do this month is gonna take over the rest of the next year. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna be lazy and I'm gonna get up, I'm not gonna make the call, I'm gonna go do this. Well, I'm gonna have a complete next year of likenesses, and I didn't want that to happen. And we are at the month of June, and those little seeds that I'm been planting, I'm creating a very loving and strong team, and I'm feel very proud of that. But if I was not listening what Ryan say, that will not be happen. Now, if you do see the desired results, keep going, keep building moment. That is essential because, and as what I was just talking about, right? And seeing results. So let's go keep building moment. Sometimes people they see results, they see that one person enjoying today, and then the next day, okay, that's okay, maybe in another day I'm gonna call and I'm gonna, no, keep building. Help your team to have that moment. Don't let that moment to go, because productivity, commitment, leadership, marketing, teamwork is gonna take you to the success. Duplicate that success with your team, teach that. Making your plan. The motivations comes from your action plan, right? So every day before the start of the week, grab your agenda, who are you gonna call, your list, who are the follow-ups that you're gonna do, the trainers you're gonna be attending, and something very important, don't let time to control you, right? This is crucial. Because sometimes we wake up, we say we're gonna do something, and the next day we wake up at 8, and then we start breakfast, and then we go take a shower, and then we call a friend, call us, and then we watch the clock, and it's already 1 or 2, and we are supposed to be calling somebody at 10 a.m. And then pretty soon we need to start making dinner because family is coming, and then we waste the day. So don't let time to control you. Also let time to be flexible, because as you're doing your daily plans, is you call somebody today and then she say, okay, yeah, you can come tomorrow. You need to have flexibility in your time, and then, make that happen. Make realistic goals with deadlines. If you want to go to A2, A3, A4, A6, make a plan with your upper liner and teach that to your team. Keep a picture of your vision board with you. When I was talking, carry your vision board, your card with you, and your purse and your pocket. Some people have it under the bra, things like that, but keep that vision with you. That is going to connect with your brain, with your subconscious, and it's going to keep you motivated to keep your daily plan, keep going. Accept the support from your leadership team. Offer the same support to your team. Work on your personal development during your free time. So very early, very late, no in the day, no in your time frame, right? So be consistent at the beginning of your week. Make your list, people that you're gonna call, prepare to give presentations. That also is very important. A lot of people, they don't want to learn how to give presentations. Is you don't take action, is you don't do those presentations, even that you gave the worst presentation in the world, like, you know, having those issues here, but if you don't take the action, if you don't practice, how you're gonna learn, how you're gonna grow. So you need to get those presentations. Plan out how much time you're going to commit to ACTIVZ. That also is very essential because you need to create a balance in your life. So timing, family, how much time you're gonna work on yourself, how much time you're gonna spend in ACTIVZ or doing the ACTIVZ training and your business. So that's essential. Review the ACTIVZ calendar often and participate in meetings, trainings, and events. So we have two types of contacts and we need to have the balance. The customers and the ones that, for the people that wants to enjoy us and participate in doing ACTIVZ. Those two are essentials. One and another, they balance to each other. You cannot just put in business partners. You also need to have a customer list. And how you find it? People you trust, friendly, positive neighbors, and that will give you referrals. And hopefully they're going to go to global prospects that go around your city and, you know, in your church, and events, social events, that will give you referrals and that will help you customers. Now, how you find custom of business partners, professional people, friends that you have, that you trust, that you know they have the vision of own a business, that are entrepreneurs, doctors, business owners. All those are very, very good candidates that you want to have in your team, because with that mentality, it's not that it's gonna cost less issue to motivate them, but they already had that, you know, that professionalism brain that probably help you to move faster doing your business. And those also you can ask referrals, and also you can ask referrals to global prospects, you know, because those doctors, those business owners, they know somebody in Australia, they know somebody in Bolivia, in Mexico. So you need to find those referrals. And we talk about building your moment. When you take action, when you have your daily plan, you build an effort, and then you get to the top and become a series that you just push down and your team start duplicating and you are having results and you are advancing ranks, and then you get to the top. But listen this, why we need to do something. The small actions executed constantly can lead to hugely successful results in both business and life. And I had an example here. The real cost of $4 day coffee habit over 20 years is 50,833. That's the power of the compound effect, that we use it in life and we use it in ACTIVZ. Why? Because small, smart choices, consistency, and planning, daily plan, and controlling the time is gonna get us to the result in success, happiness, relationships, health, income. So this compound effect is very important and we need to apply it in every part of our lives. And at the end, I just wanna say something. If you don't love what you do, Like, for example, I love teaching indoor cyclists. I love running. I am a marathon lover. I love being here in ACTIVZ. In order for everything we talk about to work, you need to be in love with the work, the products, and visualize the end result. It is okay to dream. You should dream big and be ambitious. But a dream is nothing without a plan and action. Set a clear goals to ensure your dreams become a reality. And guys, I just want to say that thank you so much for the time that you gave me. And I hope that this helped you and you really embrace the commitment of making a daily plan, and you really embrace your wife, and you really embrace why you do ACTIVZ, and hopefully you get in love, because if you don't embrace that love, that's not going to help you to commit and to get to the top. Thank you, Stu. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Thank you so much, Coco. That was wonderful. Great presentation, but more important, great examples that you gave. And I noticed, I'll make a quick comment here, between you and Claudia, you guys both brought up the first 30 days and how important it was. And then also having clear vision and knowing your why. So if anything that people picked up on those two things, that was a reoccurring theme that both Claudia and Coco shared with us. Real concrete examples of how you can do or what you can do for the first 30 days. So go ahead and keep those notes available. And I will turn the time over to Dale to introduce our next speaker.
Awesome.
Or
This is
speakers.
actually,
Sorry.
yes, it's a tag team effort for this next one. We're going to be jumping in. It was awesome. I was talking with Claudia earlier as we were getting the meeting set up about how our themes were coming together. We have an idea at corporate of what each person's going to be talking about. We plan it out with them. But when Claudia started sharing that she had some ideas for social media, I thought, that's pretty cool, because that's what we're going to be focusing on with this next presentation. So I'd like to introduce our next two speakers. That's Sherry and Julia. Sherry holds a Bachelor of Science in Nutritional Science and studied naturopathy, I'm reading my notes, naturopathy at Clayton College of Natural Health, and a master's in complementary and alternative medicine. Her passion for natural health began with the birth of her children 20 plus years ago. She was greatly inspired by the success that natural health had for her daughter, who was diagnosed with a neurological disorder at the age of 3. She's committed and wants to help others realize renewed health and vitality by eliminating health challenges and assisting others to realize wellness goals. That is Sherry Thulman. And then we have Julia Prather, who's also going to be presenting today. She is from Augusta, Georgia, and originally from Detroit, Michigan. She has a beautiful golden doodle, along with 9 children, 7 boys and 2 girls, 5 biologically, and 4 are currently in the final stage of adoption. She shares that she loves all kinds of things, and her passions are her family, swimming, and dancing. She has spent years as a volunteer working with the military and veterans, and has been involved in various groups like the Family Readiness Group for over 12 plus years, the USO, and other groups in organizing Provident Living fairs. Her work in all these organizations has led her, she feels, has led her into her work with ACTIVZ and building the art of activation. Everyone, ACTIVZ family, please give Sherry and Julia Prather an awesome welcome. Show them some love. Ladies, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dale.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so what we're going to do today, because we're tag teaming it, we're going to kind of do a question and answer, kind of like an interview, like what we do for our lives when we're on Facebook. So hearing the introduction and hearing about Julia, my first question to her is in regards to when I approached her about this business. So Julia, when I approached you to join me in this business, what were your initial thoughts and why?
So my initial thought was absolutely not. I didn't want to make this my 26th MLM. And truthfully, I hated the old system that we kept being taught of how to run an MLM. And it made me feel like I was taking from people versus giving to them. And it was a very uncomfortable feeling for me personally. And I wanted the ability to be able to personally connect with people. And
So what was it about ACTIVZ that changed your mind? What made you feel better?
well, I have to say my first meeting with David Brown was really what resonated with me. It was a warm, welcoming, funny, real and honest meeting that made me feel like I was actually part of a family. And one of the things that he said was pretty profound. He said, here at ACTIVZ, we want to make you better. And that spoke, then he spoke more on the company and the fact that they're an omni market channel. And I saw how this would be the perfect platform for us to finally be able to do what we'd always wanted to do in past companies, but weren't allowed to. So not only did this align with my own values, but I felt this also was aligning with what ACTIVZ values were and what they were putting out to us. So I decided to give an MLM one more chance. And not to mention, I also took the products, which helped because I had an instant testimony of this company, not just in the values that they were portraying, but also in the product. And that was huge to me.
Okay, so these values, as I see it, led to building our brand. Wouldn't you say that, Julia?
Absolutely.
Yes. And so one of the things that I like to point out here, I love Simon Sinek, and a while back I watched a video where he talks about the golden circle. And I love the quote, people do not buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And so with that being said, when it comes to building your personal brand, you kind of need to bring your vision, your mission, and a purpose, and it makes it come to life. And it's what gives you a really strong value proposition. So for the Art of Activation, when we came together to create this space online, we decided to create a space where consumers and distributors can come together to teach people about ACTIVZ products and the science behind it, or epigenetics. Our mission was to help people change habits that can change their DNA by making wellness more intuitive. And what I mean by that is, like, for right now, we have the sizzling summer meltdown going on. And so there's huge fads surrounding the diet industry. And you know, Sinead Irwin, we've closely been working with her, and we've talked to her, and I can resonate and really relate to a lot of the things that Sinead talks about, because I've studied some of the same things. And so, you know, intuitiveness, being able to trust your body, being able to know the cues of what you need, and really stopping the madness when it comes to being restricted or being or feeling like you have to follow a whole bunch of rules. And so that's kind of the space that we've created, because we want people to feel welcomed. We want people to feel warm. We want people to feel like this is a space where they can belong. We want people to feel like they can let their hair down. And so our purpose really goes along with our vision and mission, and that's to educate, collaborate, and support others in their wellness goals. And that includes their professional development. So that comes to our strong value proposition, when all of these things encompass our value proposition and should be at the forefront when it comes to you creating these things for yourself. It should really be at the forefront when you're creating that brand, or it could even be your personal brand.
Absolutely. We wanted a place where we could share amazing products with our family and our friends. And this is the avenue that we chose and took. And so Sherry, what's the difference between a Facebook page and a Facebook group, and why would we want both?
Okay, so at the Art of Activation, we actually have both. And so, for example, our Facebook page literally is our storefront. So just like a storefront, that's where you put up your brand, it's where you put up your logo, everything that goes into your brand, your color schemes, your vision, your mission, any sort of tagline or statement that lets people know what you're about goes on that storefront. And of course, advertising, your products that you have, your services. And why is this important? It's because when you want people to find you by stating a specific brand, you're going to be able to be in a good position with your Google search results. And so, because people typically look for your website, and if they can't find your website, they see if they could find you on Facebook. And so the difference between that and a Facebook group is typically when on a Facebook page, like if you go to any business page, you're going to see people ask questions about the products and the services, and it's very customer service related. Whereas a group really is an online hub where people gather to share similar interests. And so this is where your value creation really comes into play, because we wanted a place where people can, you know, at ACTIVZ, we make people better. At the Art of Activation, we're teaching them the art of what it takes to be better. And we want them to understand that getting healthy has never been so intuitive, meaning we're trying to bring that trust back. We're trying to get people to realize that they really are in control of themselves, and they can really make choices that can impact their health either positively or negatively. And that's what the science of epigenetics really truly is about. And so we discuss those things. Groups allow people to build a strong community around a subject that matters to them. And by bringing them that value, we can bring them products and services that help them on that goal. So for back to the search engine optimization. So our page, for example, is the Art of Activation. And so when you go to look on Google for a search, that's in the #4 position, even though we've only been in existence for a short period of time. Our group name, which is equally important. So when you choose your group name, it should probably have something to do with your page or something to do with your website or whatever it is that you're trying to funnel people into. And so our group name is the Art of Activation Community. And when you look up that on Google, it's in the #2 position. And so what you're really going to want to do, that's all encompasses creating your brand and keeping it consistent.
So Sherry, is there a way that they can look to see how to find a name? Because this sounds like it's really important.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So when you go online to like GoDaddy or Namecheap, and let's say you want to be ClaudiaValdez.com, you can go to Namecheap and you can put that name in, and she will be able to see whether that is available. And if it's not available, you can kind of play with it and try to come up with a different way of communicating the same thing, maybe by changing a letter or by choosing another end. Maybe it's not going to be a .com, maybe it's just going to be an .io or a .co or a .health or a .net. Either way, it's very, it's very easy to go and grab that name and make it yours. Thanks for that question, Jules.
You bet. So next we're going to move on to our SMART goals. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So to start out with specific, we wanted a place to share ACTIVZ products online to bring in cold market prospects into our warm market. The Art of Activation is a consumer site only. We take any business proposals off of the group as a rule by the admin. This includes product sales or discussing product sales. This type of business discussion gets directed to a private message, a phone call, an email, or outside messages. And then measurable goals. Within the insights section of the business suite for Facebook, we set and then measure specific objectives like how we are going to grow our group, and then measure the effectiveness by looking at the performance with the data that Facebook provides. And then achievable. To meet our larger goals, we break them down into objectives like our social media campaigns, our Sizzling Summer Meltdown Challenge that we are currently promoting until the end of summer is one of them. By breaking these down into smaller chunks, we can focus on specific products to increase consumer reach and knowledge and use, which takes us to the realistic goals. It is important to make our objectives and our goals realistic. While we would love to be on every social media platform out there and engaging, we realize that working from one major hub is more manageable. So we stream interested parties from other platforms into our group with a carefully devised strategy. And that takes us to the timely goals. Just like anything in our ACTIVZ business, it is important to set a date and a time to have an objective or a goal reached. So setting a visual goal also holds us to a higher standard, and it keeps us on track. So for instance, in March, our objective or goal was to reach 100 members. And we did that. We were so excited when we reached that milestone. So we set a new milestone, and our next one is to reach 500 members. You'll hear our celebration when we get there.
Indeed.
Okay. And then, go ahead, Sherry. I was just gonna say, this now takes us to the measuring of our success, and Sherry's gonna explain what we're looking at.
Yeah, so this is basically an example. So here, this little like hill, this basically is a chart that you can look at from your Facebook page, and it will let you know when the times are that your people are active. And so when people are engaging, obviously you want to be engaging. So we use this as a tool on when to post. We use it as a tool when to host live events, when to post video, and basically status updates and whatnot. And so the things to post. So here we have video, we have links, we have photos, and we have status. And you can see already what is really successful and actually it has more reach and it has more engagement, and that is video. And so that's one of the things that we've really are working on to perfect at the Art of Activation. And so that brings us to the point on deciding content and exactly how we do that. And Julia was very instrumental in her vision where this was concerned. So I'm going to let her explain that.
Okay, so content is king, okay? The number one thing that I knew, okay, so when I ended up in ACTIVZ in the very beginning, I was very broken. Not that I'm completely, not anymore, but I'm on my way to being a more whole person, I guess you could say. And so one of the things in my vision of this was I had dreams. I dreamt of, I constantly had this reoccurring dream that I had to be going live. I had to be going live. And so this is where it drove us to deciding on what our content needed to be. And once you decide on a page, a group, or both, and any other social media platforms, it's important to have a focus and a purpose for your group and platform. So what experience is it giving your customers? This is where you need to answer the question, what's in it for me? Because if you can't answer the what's in it for me, then you're kind of like, I don't want to say dead in the water, but you're kind of like dead. You need somewhere to go, because if we can't answer what's in it for them, they're not going to come. People want to know, how is this going to benefit me? How's it going to help me? So that's the number one question you have to answer first. And then your purpose is to give them access to firsthand information that would otherwise be hard for them to find online. So it's our job to make things kind of easier for them, if you will. So your focus and your purpose will determine the type of content to present. Some content is better than others. As you saw in our previous slide, live videos is really where it's at. If you really want to drive engagement and reach, this is where you need to do it from. And you will want to do at least a minimum of 1 live a week. Some people do it daily. Animated posts, to make animated posts, we use things like Canva. There's other things like Spark Post, Pablo, Pixabay, Unsplash. There's all kinds of things out there that you could use. And another venue that works just to kind of break up the monotony, I guess, if you will, are your personal updates and testimonials. This is great content because people love to hear other people's stories. People like to connect and feel a kinship of, you know what, I feel that. And so that's super important. And then we have static posts that help increase our viewership. And it's important here, this is where you want to get your likes and your comments. It is also what drives our post to the top of the group and becomes then a trending thread. So for instance, we had one the other day about, we talked about cucumber kimchi, and it was an excellent example of how the chatter and the talk and the comments brought us from being down, because there was like, I think 4 posts made that day, but it made it to the top of the page and continued to get more views and more interest and activity. So staying organized is key. This is a big one. So you want to have a system to keep you and your team and your tasks organized. I found that by me being vulnerable about me and my journey, it's what created our group involvement and helps others to share also, and, you know, find that connection between each other. And it leads to more testimonials, and in turn helps us in fulfilling our mission, our vision, and our purpose. Now, with that said, that brings me to this slide, which is probably my biggest my biggest thing to overcome. We have on here different little aspects of how we get past our fear, but I'm going to read the 1 through 5 for us. So 1, you're either growing or dying. There is no in between. If you aren't growing, you cannot be fulfilled. It is impossible to feel fulfillment while you're in a dying state. 3, comfort is the casualty of growth. You cannot grow and be comfortable at the same time. Growth happens in discomfort. 4, your comfort is surrounded on all sides by fear. There is no alternative route, and the only way to the other side is straight through. And 5, so facing your fear is the only way to be fulfilled. It's in facing our fear that we engage the discomfort that produces growth, that makes fulfillment possible. And this is by David Hollis. And I resonate with this so strongly, because even doing this live for me, I can tell you I'm dying inside right now. If any of you could see my fear through this video, you know I'm talking the truth. So it's about overcoming our fear. I can't tell you how many times I've had to have either my sister, my best friend, Sherry, or my husband literally dancing on the other side of the camera to calm me down, to keep me focused and keep me going and on track, because I just have such anxiety about talking with other people that I kind of just choke up, I freeze, I get sick, I want to pass out. But I knew at the same time I needed to do these. I needed to do hard things. And it's about just feeling the fear and doing it anyway.
Pushing through.
And pushing through. And so Susan Jeffers had said, feel the fear and do it anyways. And the only way to get rid of the fear is doing something. The fear of doing something is to go out and just do it. And I can attest to that as 100% true. And every time I do this, it gets a little bit easier, but at the same time, it's still a struggle, and I'm just going to keep doing it. And it's about Consistency. I mean, that was a huge lesson that we had last week. Consistency. Consistency is also key. So anyway, the next slide's on you, Sherry.
Actually, we have to wrap things up, but again, what I like about what Julia just said is consistent, and it's about being consistent online as well. Stick with your brand, stick with the values that you bring together to create that brand, and consistently deliver the message that you intend online, and people will see value in that, and we will have success from that. And so just like to wrap that up. Thanks, Dale.
Can you just show those 2 slides real quick so they could take a screenshot if they want?
That'd be great.
There's good content on it. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Go ahead and bring that back up. Go ahead and share your screen again. And as they're doing that, let me also give each of you that are interested in doing your own social media groups a word of advice. It's our policy at ACTIVZ that we are here to support you. We want to make sure that you are enabled to have the most success possible. We've got your back. We want to make sure that there's not confusion between your pages and ACTIVZ pages. Okay. So as you're trying to get your name out there, imagine how difficult it would be for someone to try and find you if you have the name ACTIVZ in the name of your group. Now that does mean that there's a little bit of finagling that you have to do. You have to be inventive. You have to think about, okay, how can we distinguish this group? We also had a question here on the chat that says, how do we handle our downline? If there's someone in our downline that's really excited to do this, or if, I should do the page, or who should run the page, that's really a conversation you need to have with those
team
that you want to include in it. And I think that it's only fair to start a group in that way if it's someone that's either at your same level or in your downline. Include as many people within that group as possible to kind of seed that group, to run it, to get it started. And then make sure that you are consistent with it. If you're really feeling like you want to make sure you're doing things the right way, include people here at ACTIVZ as part of the administration, or at least as a friend on the page. Invite us to it. We'd love to be able to support you and see what you're working on, to be able to give you guys a virtual high five or a long distance high five as you're working on these projects. Okay, I was giving a couple thoughts, but it looks like we have were those both of the slides that we were able to share?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, ladies, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts as well. That was a bit more on the technical side, but I like delving into that. I like being able to see how we can utilize the amazing blessings that we have in technology to be able to reach the people that are looking for this stuff. It's so surprising that we can literally find our next group, our next batch of potential people on our team or within our clientele that are seeking relief from something in their life that we have the answer to. And I'm really passionate about making sure that online interactions are successful. If you would like more advice, certainly reach out to Sherry or Julia and myself to pick our brains as to how you can market better using social media. Ladies, again, thank you. Stu, that's enough of my rambling. Why don't you help us out for the next little bit?
No problem. Thank you so much, Sherry and Julia. Great presentation, great content. You hit it on the nail on the head as far as the content, because I'm not very technically savvy like Angie, Dale, Nate at our company. So the things that I learned from your presentation have been great. One thing that we do want to make sure that we at ACTIVZ is follow what we say. And when we started this call, we were going to say that for 90 minutes, we was going to host the ACTIVZ School, knowing it's a Saturday. Nonetheless, Saturday morning, for a lot of you, you may have a full day still ahead of you. And the last thing we want to do is keep you away from your family and friends, from doing the things that you love, or you might have other meetings. And so with that being said, speaking with Dale, we've decided Dr. Brett Earl's presentation was pre-recorded. In his presentation, he was going to be talking about the fundamental molecules, which are molecules necessary for life and impact multiple aspects of our life. And so he likened our products to the foundation of a building. And so it's a very interesting presentation, and how each of our products are actually those molecules that he talks about. And so fundamental molecules. So we're going to post that online and on our YouTube page as well, to make it available for everyone to view. And please go ahead and take a look at that, because once again, I already got a chance to view it. Very great information on that. And so just to wrap things up, like Dale said earlier, we kind of gave each of our presenters a topic. Claudia was about building a system. Coco was creating a daily plan of action. And Julie and Sherry was building an online group to build your business. And it's so interesting how all three of these topics are relevant to building the business in the first 30 days. But it's also relevant for those on the call that kind of reach a plateau in your business. Now, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go with this? It's almost like starting again. And so these things and the information and the tools in the form of Sherry and Julia that they presented today are things that you can restart your business to make yourself successful in getting all the promotions that we're putting out there, in reaching for the 500 club that we have going on again. And then very shortly, next month, we will be having our virtual event in July. So there'll be no active school next month, because in its place, we'll be having the virtual event. And that virtual event will have announcements and incentives that you would want to start anyway, whether it's new distributors, whether you're re-engaging or getting others to re-engage in the business. So I'm really grateful for the topics that was shared, the information that was shared, as well as the tools. And so with that being said, Dale has posted the link to Dr. Earl's presentation in the chat, but we'll also get it posted on our YouTube page and our other social media forums as well. So Dale, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, and you are taking over Angie's position to be the most likable guy or person with the rewards for everyone today.
All right. Thank you so much. As a thank you for everyone being here, for paying attention, for listening in. We want to thank you with a special gift. So I'm going to do this raffle. When your name is selected, make sure that you put your ID number in the chat. I will stay on here, make sure that we get that number before we hang up. I want to make sure as well that the person that we select has not yet left the call. So please just take off your microphone as well and let me know. Let's see, one quick second. Let me know if you are still here once we have our selected winner. Okay, so if you're ready, let's do this. Oh, by a hair. Julia.
Congratulations, Julia. Hey, Dale, let's do one more.
Do one more? Great.
Can we do one more, please? Because this is the most participants we have for Active School so far in the past 3 months. So let's do one more to reward everyone for logging on to this call.
All righty, here we go. All right. All right, Steve, if you are here, just let us know in the chat. If you have your ID handy, make sure that you post that as well. I'll stay on here and make sure that you guys are taken care of. All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks Claudia, Coco, Sherry, Julia for your presentation, and thank everyone for logging in. You guys have a blessed Saturday. See you guys later.
Sherry, Julia, everyone.
Thank you.
Amazing, Coco. Woo!
Thank you.
Let's keep growing.
Julia, well done.
Good job.
Let's keep growing.
You guys are all awesome.
Great presentations.
Thanks, Claudia. This is Peter. Thanks, Claudia, for inviting me to the Zoom. It's been a while. I'm going to get back and get active with ACTIVZ.
There you go. Well done.
This is great. Everybody have a great day.
Jump in. We need you.